Hey everybody, it's Michael from Cooking with Michael on YouTube, and I just thought I would take a moment and do a little introducing of myself for those of you who don't know me. I've got to have a cheat sheet because my memory is not what it used to be. So my name's Michael Rice, and I live in Tucson, Arizona. Still getting used to looking at the camera. Um, I currently work for Walgreens as a senior certified pharmacy technician. I have been working there for almost 20 years. I'm currently on short-term disability, so uh, I have some pain that's going on that we're trying to find the source of and get a treatment plan for that. Uh, I know I post a lot of videos online. I can't work because of this pain, but I have to do something rather than just sit on the couch, watch TV all day, or Um, there's not much that I can do, so I spend a lot of time in the kitchen doing some canning and cooking uh, when I can. Some days the pain's so bad I can't do it. So I'm also a very accomplished musician and soloist. I play the piano and the organ. Had played when I was a child. I used to play the clarinet. Uh, and for a time, I played the bass guitar for the high school band. I was born in Detroit, Michigan. That's Motown. To Larry and Norma Rice. I was born a long time ago in 1960. My parents, when I was first born, my mother was a stay-at-home mom, and my dad worked the in the paper business. He worked, I believe, for a company called Midwest Paper Supply, and they sold all kinds of paper products and office products. And I believe his official title, he was the assistant buyer for the whole company. He, excuse me. He worked himself up all the way from starting out in a warehouse and worked himself all the way up to working with the boss of the company right up at the top. Lived in the Detroit area, moving around to different suburbs uh, for 14 years, and that's when the family moved, and we left the city of Adrian, Michigan, and we headed for Fairbanks, Alaska. And that's where I went to high school back in 1975 to 1979. I'm a graduate of Lathrop High School in Fairbanks, Alaska. After leaving Alaska, we moved back down to uh, the lower 48, as we call it in Alaska. We moved to Aurora, Illinois. And we lived there for a few years. I went on to attend college after we moved down from Fairbanks. The family moved into Aurora, and I went on and moved and went on to college. I attended Lee University, which was the church's college in Cleveland, Tennessee. And I lasted about 2 years there before they bashed all my hopes and dreams. Nothing against the college, good people. I just was not ready for college at that time. Uh, and so I returned home to Aurora, Illinois. We left Illinois and we moved to Hagerstown, Maryland, which I wasn't too fond of. Uh, we were there for just, I think, about a year, and then we moved out here to Tucson, Arizona, back in 1983. And I've been here, well, we lived here from 1983 to 1993, and we moved back to the Chicago area into a city known as Bridgeview. We were there for about a year, and we decided to come back to Tucson, Arizona. We've been here ever since, except for in 2016, I moved to Los Angeles and just thought I'd try something different, and boy, did I get different. So I moved to Los Angeles. I lasted about 6 months there uh, before I could no longer afford it. So I moved back to Tucson. And as far as I know, my roots are here now. After living in this city for 20 years, or almost 30 years, uh, got some pretty deep roots in this city. So I've traveled quite a bit. I used to be in the travel industry. So I've been up to Alaska. I've been to Mexico a few times. Of course, the border town in Nogales. But I've also been to Puerto Vallarta, La Paz, and Cabo San Lucas. Back before it was a sleepy little town, there weren't even cruise ships going in there. You had to fly into La Paz and drive down to Cabo San Lucas. I've also visited uh, the United Kingdom. I visited London, England, Scotland, and Wales, and enjoyed my time there. I've been to Israel. As a matter of fact, my first international trip was to Israel, and that was an amazing trip. I was with the travel agency. They called it a familiarization tour. So I basically joined a bunch of other travel agents visiting Israel, and we did about a 2-week tour in about 6 days. So I affectionately refer to it as I ran where Jesus walked. I worked in the past, like I said, as a travel agency manager. I've been a instructor professor at Chaparral Business College here in Tucson, Arizona. I have been an accountant for a local doctor's office. I used to work for Intuit, supporting their QuickBooks payroll program. Before that, I worked with the company in their Quicken division, which is personal finance. And when that division decided to move to New Mexico, I believe it was, I transferred over to the QuickBooks, which is the business side of the Quicken software. And then, of course, with Walgreens, and I've been there, like I said, for 20 years. So it's been a good life, and I've enjoyed it so far. I wish we could just find the source of this pain and get it treated so I don't have to continue to live in pain and I can get back to work. But that's it. I just thought I'd introduce myself to you guys, and hope you have a good day. Alrighty, see you on the next video. Bye.